It is now nearly 6 a.m. in the morning. The van's all ready. Let me show you. Got loads of stuff to get done today. But why am I up so early, I hear you say? Well, I'm off to Sheffield, baby. Gonna go get loads of work done today. I'm meeting Bruce Lauderdale, and Liam the Terrible Coalition vans. And we're going to be putting a lot of upgrades in this van today. Full electrical install at the back by the battery, max air fan at the top, and if I've got enough time when I get back, possibly on a different day, I might even give trying to get those old ambulance stickers, or the residue at least, off the side of the van after a few suggestions from you guys. But it's raining, as you can hear. It's very early, pitch black outside, and I've got to get on the road and try and get down on a Sunday morning to Sheffield at 9 a.m. from Shrewsbury, so wish me luck. But we are getting some huge upgrades today, baby. So stick with me for the journey. Let's get down to Sheffield. The road trip has begun, officially on the motorway. Got the sat-nav on the Atoto unit right there, working like a dream. I'm not quite sure how well you can see me, but it's just hit me that this will be the longest trip I've ever taken in this van to date. So this will be a good test on how this van performs over a 4+ hour, obviously there and back today, journey. I can definitely notice a height difference in this seat, that's for sure. And this is at its lowest setting, so that's going to take a bit of getting used to. Now the sat-nav's saying we are getting into Sheffield at about 8:15, which gives me 45 minutes to go and try and find some breakfast from somewhere to provide a suitable peace offering to Bruce, because he said if I'm late on a Sunday morning, I'll be hell to pay. So got to get him a good breakfast this morning, cheer the guy up. We're just coming up to a place called Woodall Services. We are currently maybe about 25 minutes away from where we need to be at Coalition Vans in Sheffield. So I think that'll be an apt place to stop. Yeah, Woodall Services welcome break to get some breakfast. And also stock up on some water as well. I've had nothing to drink this morning. Very parched. Averaging about 31 miles per gallon on the journey here so far. Anyone else got a Master 3? Is that roughly what you're getting? 2.3 DCI engine, 31 miles per gallon on the motorway. Doesn't seem too good, does it? But I guess it's a bigger van. Ooh, God, it's one of those mornings. But yeah, we've got all the gubbins in the back here, now that you can see it a little bit better with the light. We've got MPPT chargers, we've got solar panels, we've got loads of stuff. We've got a Max van there that's going to go in today. So yeah, going to get a load of jobs done today. It's going to be a very productive day on the van build. It is fresh this morning. I look like I've been dragged out of a bush. Oh, I'm going to get stung here, aren't I? Motorway services, got to get a drink, got to get food. What we're saying, 20 quid by the time we walk out of here, I think. How's it going, buddy? Okay. Could I get a foot-long chicken tikka on your Italian herb and cheese, please? Yeah, can I get some lettuce, sweet corn, and southwest, please? You know, I still haven't quite gotten used to getting into this new van. It feels a little bit like I'm cheating on the traffic, although I know I'm not. But you know what I mean. It's a lot different than getting in the traffic. The Hills of Eyes have come to Sheffield. Look at that thing. Is that even legal to be on the road?
Come on, Jesse. We're going to go Subway and get ourselves a chicken tikka.
But then I found out it's Abby. It's you know. But Matt Blake, he has 2 first names.
Well, we're 1 minute away, quarter of a mile. This looks like an industrial-ish area. Heading to a place called Century Street. I don't know if that has any relation to snooker, but it seems quite apt. Century Street with the Crucible Theatre being here. Any snooker fans in the comments? Can you let me know if Century Street has any relation to snooker? What's going on here then? Coalition vans, here we go. That's Bruce's van. Oh. What did I tell you? I told you I was not going to be late, and I'm not only not late, I'm 15 minutes early.
Did well, mate.
And here is your peace offering, sir.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm alright, mate. How are you?
Good, man.
Yeah?
Did you have a good trip?
Yeah, actually.
Why?
It drove fantastic. Now here's a question for you both, okay? By the way, everyone, this is Andy. Andy's going to be giving us a hand today, fitting the Max Air Fan Deluxe. Here's a question on on how professional this place is, okay? Because obviously I run a tight ship. You know, I'm an incredibly professional van builder, as you know, Bruce.
Yeah, I can see the work.
But how many tape measures do you currently have on site?
Ones we can use.
Yeah, ones you can use. Active ones that are readily available to hand right now.
It must be about 12. But
12?
But we don't even know where they are.
Ah, right, okay then. So we're in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
Look at them tools, eh?
Look at that.
See?
We got more. We got more markers.
Oh my
we got
goodness.
more markers than WH.
This is like a van builder's dream. Every single time I try and find something, it's where's this gone, where's that gone?
Oh, no, that's,
trying to bury it.
That's the case normally. It's
Need a tool? Just grab it. Just grab the tool. Go do some
put all
work.
the tools back. Well, some of them. I don't know where that one's missed. Where that one is. This is the best tool.
This is your favourite one, is it? This is how you cut straight lines.
That's how you cut straight lines. Very easily.
I wish I could cut a straight line. Look at that, eh? Luxury. Ladders. After me and Bruce attempted to get our head around what on earth was going on underneath the driver's seat, Andy made a start on fitting the Max Air fan. And just while he's doing that, I wanted to show you a new gadget I've been using to help my body on the van build. Us blokes normally go out grifting all day and completely forget about the aches and pains that our body is telling us. And now that I've gone over the age of 30, they have never been more present. Which brings me on to the sponsor of today's video, Bob and Brad, with their brand new C2 Pro massage gun. Now, if you cast your minds back to maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, you'd have seen me and my dad ripping the you-know-what out of the ambulance walls, and we were giving it some force. Now, for some time after filming that video, I was in a lot of pain. I'd done something to my right shoulder. I'd been to the doctors, but they couldn't quite identify what was wrong with me. They put me on some prescription anti-inflammatory medication, which didn't really resolve the problem. So I thought, I had this lying around. I had to film a bit at some point, and I thought, well, let's try and use it and see if it can alleviate the issue. It comes with a multitude of attachments, one of which includes a heating and cooling attachment, which, let me tell you, was the main saviour in restoring my shoulder. They've got a variety of different things that you can use to target different parts of the body. But the general attachment here, actually, which let me demonstrate, once attached to the massage gun, which has its own self-contained battery, switch on at the back, wait for the blue light to come on, and now we're on setting 1. And let me tell you, when that was pushed into my shoulder, it was an absolute game changer. You run it along your body. I was honestly at a loss as to what I was going to do with my shoulder. I wasn't quite sure how to rectify the problem. The pain that I had was particularly prevalent in the morning, and after using this for 4 days straight in the morning, I had no more pain. Rejuvenate your body today with the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun. Use the link and the discount code in the description below. Thanks again to Bob and Brad for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the build. So this is the old one, is it, on the floor here?
Yeah, that's the top bit.
Ah, right, okay. So that is the old unit. Not very capable, I would say. I mean, most of the fins look like they've been cut off. And yeah, only extracted. Didn't blow any air in, so in the summer, I had a ball inside. So what are we doing right now, Bruce?
There's a fuse over here.
Yeah.
2 fuses, one for the display or the control, and the other one for the diesel heater. But it's underneath here.
Yeah.
Which means if anything goes on the diesel heater, the fuse blows or something like that, you'll have to take this all off. Luckily, there's a fuse panel just here.
Yeah, just on the other side of that seat, there's a little fuse panel.
And all of these go back to that battery there. So I'm just taking it from this fuse box and diverting it to this fuse box. So if ever the fuse does blow, you can change it.
Nice and accessible.
With the accessible door here.
It's very fetching. So these are the solar panels that I've decided to opt for. Didn't really have a lot of room to work with on the top of that van. As you can see where Andy is right now, you've got 3 holes already in the roof. Slightly bigger one now, I might add. But at the back, you've got the vent. You've also got a vent at the front. And where Andy's working right now, we're going to be fitting the max fan. So the actual room that we've got to work with was very limited. At the front, just above Bruce's head right there, is where we're going to be putting one of the 100-watt panels. And at the back, where there's also no fans or extractors, is where we're going to be putting the next one. There she blows!
You were just supposed to blow the bloody doors off. So they go like, can never work out here like that.
Okay, so the panel just sits that far off the roof, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good, because you want airflow.
Perfect. Brilliant. That's what I like to hear. Once Bruce had lined up where the solar was going, we started attaching the Z brackets to the panels. What torque setting are you using for that, mate?
Tight.
How's it coming on, Andy?
Fine.
Yeah?
Fine, yeah. Just about to put it in a minute. I'm just building some of these ridges up with a bit of seal.
We got one panel that's on here, and
Okay.
it's tight, flat, tight, safe for at least 18 months.
Brilliant, brilliant. See, I would love to see, but unfortunately, I'm not quite that tall, but you guys can see. Look at that glue gun. And look at the way he works it as well.
Working, Bruce.
Ah, you bastard. No, I'm joking.
Right, this is my first look at the top of the van. Okay, so both panels are secure. We've got the max fan on top there. Panel 1, max fan deluxe. Panel 2, cables running down. It's looking sweet, mate. It's looking nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah. Enough clearance on the panels as well. I can see the the gap between them.
Yeah.
So what's for lunch then, Bruce?
We are doing boneless chicken thigh stir fry.
And here was me thinking you were going to be eating bubbles again.
In bubbles?
Do you remember that? Insert clip here. After wolfing down Bruce's delicious chicken stir fry, we started to make some progress on the back of the van. So this is where we've got to so far. We've got one, what I believe is called a bus bar. Maybe someone can correct me possibly. Just mounted on the side here. Bruce was mentioning that if we can utilise some of this space on the side, then it's better than mounting it at the top here, where some of the bed beams are going to be. What size inverter would you guys have? I went for 2000, but I was kind of regretting it a little bit, thinking air fryer, air fryer and induction hob at the same time. What do you guys use inverter wise?
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
3,000.
3,000. That's the lowest you would go. Yeah.
That's only
I've
because
got a 2,000.
induction hob and
2,000.
air fryer and all that business.
But I've
Okay.
just got a multi-plus now, so I'm going to be upgrading to a 3,000. Yeah. Okay, so that's a distribution box. So basically, this cable coming from the battery goes through a fuse immediately, which yours didn't have.
Yeah.
This goes all the way to the front without a fuse.
Okay.
So now we've put a fuse on into an isolation, so you can turn the whole thing off if you go on holiday or something.
Yep.
This will then go there into another fuse. That will go onto your inverter, and these will go onto the MPPT.
Much better.
Green light.
Okay.
Bit of a whir, and I've heard a click. So
Good.
that's the inverter on. So that should work.
Why is it not working?
Oh, no, I haven't plugged it in. You let me go through all that, knowing that was there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
me.
Yeah,
That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah. Okay. Right, we're in. That's now plugged in now. Let's turn it on.
Normally I'd bang now and then you jump
Yeah.
and...
I've heard the click. And we have power. So just before we part ways for the day then, mate, let's explain to the people watching, because you've tried explaining it to me a few times, maybe about 5 times you've tried to explain it to me.
And every time you've yawned.
So for anybody that's really interested in this, which I'm assuming is going to be quite a few of you, especially if you're doing your own van build, we're now going to go through exactly what you can see in front and what these things do. So take it away, Bruce.
Okay, battery, obviously. I think you've done a video on that already.
Yes.
So the battery. Then you've got a fuse here, which is on this is a 70mm cable going to a 250 amp fuse. The fuse is way under the cable, so that's good, but way over the battery.
Yeah.
This is the isolator. Turn that vertical will be off, horizontal is on.
Yeah.
So that goes into the distribution box, and inside there's a big fuse going to the inverter, and then we have this one going to the front cab, which you've previously had done.
Yeah.
Then we've got the MPPT, which is a solar controller. Then we've got the blade fuse box over here.
And may I add, everything has all been lovingly labelled, by the way.
And this is the solar isolator to switch off. If you are packing up the van and you're closing it up for a week or so, then I would just switch both of them off. When you're ready to connect onto that,
so that's the fuse board, isn't it? That's going to be like the main 12-volt consumer stuff, like
that's
USBs
correct.
And stuff.
That's correct.
Okay.
So if I can find a short piece, I think there was a short piece. Yeah, there we go. So basically, this is, imagine a cable coming in.
Yeah.
This one being red and this one being black.
Yeah.
You're going to connect the black onto that, and you're going to connect red onto that, and you see the lights come on.
I see. Yeah.
The minute you put a fuse in there,
The light should go out.
It will go out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then whenever you see that light come up again, you've got a problem.
It means the fuse is blown.
Right. You guys know where to come to now. If you want to get your electrics done, what this guy doesn't know about 12-volt electrics isn't really worth knowing. And thank you again to Liam and Andy. Andy for fitting the Max Air fan at the top there, and also Liam as well for letting us use the Coalition Van's unit. Can't say thank you enough. It would have meant that we'd have been out in the rain today. So thanks, Liam, for the use of the unit. And yeah, thank you again, mate. Honestly, that's going to set me up proper good.
And what about the stir fry?
Oh, well, I can't not mention that. Well, do you know what did it for me? It was the MSG and it was the coconut oil. Yeah, that's the one. Coconut oil MSG, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go, for sure.
After a very productive day of van building, I made the long, wet journey back to Shrewsbury. Back in sunny Shrewsbury, which hasn't been sunny for a few days now. We've had probably the most rain in the last 3 days than we've had all year. Yeah. But it does mean we've had a good test on the install on the roof. So I can't show you because I'm not quite. I am a little bit taller. So you can see we've got 2 solar panels on the roof now and a Max Air Fan Deluxe. Thanks to Andy and Bruce from Coalition Vans. But the biggest job today is to get the insulation on this roof done. Right. We've done everything we need to do, haven't we? Prepped for the roof, so
everything's all ready.
We're good to start sound deadening and get that roof finished. Once the roof's been insulated, then at some point in a future video we can start putting the roof back on. Well, be a new roof. We'll make a new roof for ourselves, and we'll start making some new cutout templates for the new Max fan. But I'm glad to say this wood on the existing openings has stayed relatively intact. Right, sound deadening's down there. Let's get to work on the roof. So for those of you that didn't manage to catch the official insulation video, should we say, where we did all the sides and all at the top here, we've also got some done behind the ply as well. The first layer that we're adding to the roof is the Dodo Mat sound deadening. We've also got the thermo acoustic foam, just that black thing hanging out the back of the storage container there. And then we've got the fluff that we're going to be applying a little bit later on. But I'm happy to say, even though there's still a bit of residue on this roof, these are sticking quite nicely. Alright, that is the sound deadening all on the roof now. We haven't covered every single inch or centimetre that we could do. I'm probably going to go around these screws that are on the solar panels a bit later on with some CT1, wherever it is. CT1 and my gun thing. I don't know what the official name is. and just give them an extra seal from the inside as well. But I've just nipped to B&Q to pick up a load of these, which are basically these, but all of these have stopped sticking. So we're going to take all the old ones off, try and stick this on some bare metal at the moment, because it's all just bare metal, before we start putting sound deadening down. Try our best to work around it, and then we'll crack on with the foam layer, which is just at the end there, and then we'll work on the big fluffy stuff to make this fan ready to accept a roof liner.
Guess on this one.
And that is all of the insulation. Oh, done. Oh,
Have we been good?
yeah. Oh.
I've been cutting, Brendan's been showing measurements.
Yeah.
I've got a massive blister on the thing.
He's got a war wound, look. You got a blasted blister.
I mean, yeah.
So, we've got all the electrics done. We've got all of the solar done. Well, it can be fit on this van at least anyway. Brand new max fan installed as well. And now we've completed the last bit of the insulation. Oh, a lot of progress in this video. I'm feeling positive. One question for you though before I let you go. What would you do with these little channels here? I wasn't quite sure whether to put insulation in them or not. I think, if I remember rightly, I think I did in the traffic. Whatever little bits we had left over.
Might as well stick them in there.
Where's that white roll gone? You put it back in the unit,
Yeah,
have you?
put it back in there.
Yeah, we've still got quite a bit left, so would you put it in here, or would you advise against it? Maybe is it like an air channel maybe for the van to breathe? I don't know. But if you know more about insulation than I do, then please leave a comment below. And thank you as well for helping me today with all the insulation. Have you frozen? Do you need another battery?
No, I'm fine.
It's about to rain in a minute. Before it does, I'm going to leave you guys here. All the wiring's now put in place. We've got these things for the speakers as when we put them back in. I think what we're doing now, off to B&Q to measure some ply. Yeah. But I don't know what's coming in the next one. I think maybe putting some side bits back on, carpeting some stuff maybe, making it look a bit more like a camper van. But thank you for joining me for another video and supporting the channel. I can't say thank you enough really for all the comments you leave. It's surreal sometimes when I put a video out and I just see all you guys liking the video straight away before you've even watched it. You've got faith in me and I appreciate that. Say goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye, Dad.
I'll see you in the next one.